It
Adobe
didn't come
products
out.
used to fill.
I need to see this. I am mad. I am mad. I had to pay for my subscription because I'm using After Effects and Premiere and Photoshop. And it was almost 900 for a year. 900. And I looked at it and I was like, fuck. Fuck. It's 900. Stop using them, but they are so comfortable to use. And also, every time I want to open a PDF, I need it. I fucking need it.
Like a safe pair of hands that always worked.
I'm so mad about it.
You'd really struggle to complain with any.
You know, I remember when you could have a little portable Photoshop, and it was just an exe, I don't know how to say it. It was just a little thing.
Anything. But now they're just something else entirely, and everyone's sick of them. The software.
Adobe is Satan, not even an exaggeration. So fucking true. Did you know that if you want to cancel your subscription and you want to cancel it before your time is up, you have to pay a fee to cancel it? Who does that? Who does that? That's insane.
Where you used to buy once and own forever, you now rent by month at a price that climbs every year.
I know. I had to decide between medication and the price. And of course...
You haven't needed Adobe to open a standard PDF for years. Firefox emulated their shit a decade ago.
Wow. I am not going to pull my personal PDFs into just like Firefox though.
We lost the tools we could trust.
I'm too paranoid. They are watching me. They want my data. They want to know how tall I am.
And own. And in exchange, we
And Adobe is safer. Well, it better fucking be for the amount they are making me pay.
got rising subscriptions, mandatory AI nobody asked for, and a fee for the privilege of leaving. But Adobe is finally getting.
You know, my biggest beef with the mandatory AI is still going to be YouTube. The amount of time they shuffled up everything. I don't need an AI to summarize my videos. Please leave me alone. I do not want tips for what kind of videos to make. I do not wish to see your ratata analog thing. I don't need it. Leave me alone.
What they deserve.
Nya.
Caught in a death spiral where all of their greed and cynical corporate strategy are catching up with them. And even then, their CEO still claims it's never been better.
I'm going to eat you. Like, actually just going to inhale you from head to toe. And you are going to be inside of me. I will be like a snake and I will just gestate you for like a month.
I actually believe that there's going to be more opportunity for creative companies than ever before. We are an extremely profitable company and we're growing.
I need to punch him in the face. I really do. I really do.
This year, double digits.
And somehow, he's exactly right. Their figures are shooting through the roof.
What?
It's actually been their best year ever.
What? Why? Oh,
Record 23.
it's me. I'm the problem. I understand. Yeah, it's because I was about to say that it is me. It was my problem. I know. It's me.
$8 billion in revenue. So then why have their stocks crashed magnificently by around 65% from their peak, which goes against the entire tech market boom right now? Even with record profits, the market hates them. Well, this is because there's something much stranger going on with the company that redefined creativity for a generation. It's all just the endpoint of a process they've been orchestrating deliberately for years. You see, Adobe used to be one of those companies whose products had everyone creating tutorials on how to do cool things in Photoshop, Illustrator,
Bro, do you guys remember Flash?
or After Effects. But now, you'll just find
Everyone was animating in it. It's such an old thing. My heart breaks for it. I don't know why they sort of stopped. CapCut is eating their lunch.
I'd always wondered,
Based.
but clearly they are riding high off of people like us who cannot use Google, like those people in infomercials who don't know how their hands work.
What the fuck?
hundreds of tutorials on how
I'm like right here, you know?
to cancel those subscriptions. It looks easy, but it isn't. That's why these videos exist. Here's how the trap worked. When you signed up, Adobe steered you towards a plan called Annual Paid Monthly. It was pre-selected for you, and it looked like a simple month-to-month deal, except it wasn't. What you'd agreed to was a year-long contract, and if you tried to leave before that year was up, Adobe charged you an early termination fee, worth half of everything you had left to pay, on a basic plan that was a surprise.
I feel like that should be illegal. Like, you're being charged for something that they haven't even given you, and it's not like they put effort into it. It's not like, oh, you ordered a cake and you didn't want to pick it up.
Bill of hundreds of dollars just
Should
for the
be
crime
illegal.
of wanting to stop. And the best part? That fee was hidden in fine print, tucked behind tiny icons you had to hover over to even know it existed. Then there was the cancellation itself. You didn't just click a button, you got funneled through page after page of menus.
Oh, I hate that. The freaking GeoGuessr does the same. I can't believe the way the GeoGuessr cancellation works is that I think you have to get into your settings and then you have to refresh, and after you refresh you will be able to see the button that you would like to like leave or something. They are like super sneaky. It's nasty.
Discounts and prompts. Every step was built to wear you down until you just gave up and kept on paying. The kind of thing the industry politely calls a dark pattern, meaning a user interface designed to trick you.
Okay, question, did you cancel? Yes. Netflix did that too. Dude, that should absolutely be illegal. Imagine if you're like an old person, right? And you just want to watch, I don't know, like Netflix, you said, and then you want to cancel it and you fucking don't know how because it's like, it's gone.
You into doing things. If you look on those how to cancel Adobe tutorials, you'll find
Dude, that's horrible that you need a fucking 5-minute tutorial how to cancel your whatever.
thousands of comments from
Jesus.
those who aren't able to, maybe because of an error or a missing button. It got so horrendous that in 2024 the government sued Adobe. The Department of Justice and the FTC accused them of trapping customers with hidden fees and a deliberately painful cancellation process.
Well, yeah.
And they named 2 executives personally. So Adobe finally paid up. A $150 million settlement, all while denying any wrongdoing. But the other story is that users had something to cancel in the first place, and why? Until this, Adobe had honored one simple rule. You bought the software and it was yours. The full Creative Suite wasn't cheap, but you owned it. You could use it for a decade, and you only paid again when a new version was truly worth it. Then in
I miss that. Now they keep updating it and they just like put really, really stupid updates into it. Like for example, they have like a feature to remove background and it doesn't work. It's so horrible. Like I'm like sometimes like you have like a picture and there is a text in it and I only want the text and not the background, and it's just like it's so wonky. I have to still go with the lasso and the selection tool. Like what's the point of you?
Then in 2013, Adobe
What's the
killed
point of
that
you?
rule. It announced that Creative Suite 6 would be the last version anyone could ever buy outright. From now on, you didn't own Photoshop, you rented it every month forever, and the day you stopped paying was the day you lost the tools your career was built on. They gave it a warm, weightless
evil.
name as if it were a gift. Behold the Creative Cloud. Overnight, a customer who paid once every few years became one who paid every single month. And once your life's work lived inside Adobe's files and formats, leaving meant incinerating all of it. The payoff was obscene. In its last year selling box software, Adobe made around $4 billion. A decade later, it pulls in over $23 billion a year. And most people
Oh, excuse me. Wow. Okay. Just like that, it's pocket change, really.
badly underestimate how much more they hand over by renting it. The old Master Collection cost around $2,600, but you paid once and it was yours. The full Creative Cloud suite today costs up to $70.
The fuck is InCopy? What is all this? Ooh, Dreamweaver. I used to use that way back then. Animate. Substance 3D texturing. Adobe Stock AI Studio. If it's an Adobe Stock AI Studio, why does it cost $35? It's just AI. Hello? Wait, what?
Creative Cloud Suite today costs up to $70 a month, a little over $840 a year, which means every 3 years of renting now costs you what the entire box suite used to cost to own
To remove the watermark? Bruh.
outright. So a designer who's now paid every month since Creative Cloud landed in 2013 has actually handed Adobe well over $8,000. Or take a 40-year career. Even on the kindest possible assumption that Adobe would never raise prices again, even though this is something they've never once managed, the full suite at around $840 a year comes to over $33,000 in rent before you retire. But Adobe does raise the price.
I didn't want to know that. I didn't need to see that. I didn't need to see that.
So you're probably looking at
please.
$60,000.
I'm just emotionally attached to Photoshop. I'm so sorry. I really like it.
Ranging up to a grand total of $100,000 for one subscription. $100,000 just to do your job. $100,000 you could spend on a holiday or food or buying a house or raising a family. That single move
Do I want to have a child or should I just buy Photoshop? Yeah, Adobe, let's go.
became the most copied decision in modern business. Every executive in tech watched Adobe swap ownership for rent and get rich, then did the same to their own customers one industry at a time. Now we're just used to it, but just remind yourself, it never...
Wait, no, hold on. No, I have like a one and done Microsoft 365. What? Do you? Yeah, I have been having it for like 3 years.
yourself. It never used to be like this.
It's just I bought a code and then it just makes everything work. There's nothing to cancel. I didn't buy it from their website. I bought it just from like Galaxus. This is 360, that's the old thing. Okay, I'm fine with that. I don't need a newer version of it. I just need to open shit that I have to send to the accountant. I don't care. I don't.
Yes. You don't own your music anymore. You rent it from Spotify. You don't own the films you buy on a streaming service. Amazon once reached into people's Kindles and deleted books they'd already paid for. And the book it deleted of all things was 1980.
Are we sure that these companies are not being led by Romanians? Why? Don't you have me? I'm just exactly. I'm literally looking at you. I'm like they're just reaching straight into my thing and they're just quietly yoinking.
84. Your car insurance monitors.
You know what? I do have this wet dream of owning every important book that I want to have. Just, you know, like some of the classics and whatnot. I have like a bookshelf and it's mine and no one can come inside my home just to yoink in.
Your every move so it can price you correctly. Home ownership is at
Old school, are we? I just, believe it or not, I like it when I spend money and I can keep my stuff. You know? I would, if they would actually come to my home, I would buy them. I'm not even kidding.
an all-time low. The list just goes on and on and on. The majority of people now have 5 to 8 subscriptions, as slowly all ownership is ground into dust. The subscription world you live in now, where almost nothing is truly yours, was built on what Adobe proved in 2013. You might have heard of techno-feudalism, the Greek economist Yanis Varoufakis' idea that the biggest tech companies own the land while everyone else works on it and pays for the privilege. Most people never even notice the arrangement they're living under. That's the world Yanis says we've drifted into.
Is to create.
He looks very angry and very intense. He's like, you see this? You have been a fool. You have fallen into the trap.
Is to create enclosures in which we are like sheep enclosed within them, and they extract rent from us. The worst slavery is one that you volunteer to.
And obviously your techno-feudal lords don't have your best interests at heart.
Really?
Do not fall into the trap of thinking that they...
Are you telling me that the companies don't actually care about me? Even when they pinky promise that they care about me? Are you sure? Are you sure?
is, a good techno-feudal lord.
Yanis isn't the only one noticing this and shouting it into the void. Slovenian philosopher Slavoj Žižek has been
I'm sorry, he has a beautiful name. It truly just rolls off the tongue. Ah, yes. Slovenian philosopher.
Slavoj Žižek has been
Slavoj Žižek.
making the same argument, and two of them agreed fully on what's happening.
He's right.
The key of this new corporative capitalism, digital and so on, is that it's a new form of the privatization of commons.
I have no idea what he said, but I love his accent.
The very space in which even capitalists and workers and so on exchange stuff is controlled by them. That's the feudal moment.
And there's a more specific name for a company.
That's Slovenia for you. Can we have a clap for Mr. Slovenian philosopher? What living in Slovenia does to a bitch.
That behaves like this by colonizing aspects of our digital lives and then using it as a method of control.
Amazing.
The big tech critic and political economist Brett Christophers calls it Arentia.
And now Sony does it too. I'm so mad at Sony. I actually really enjoyed PlayStation, and now I'm so mad at them. I actually don't want to buy any more Sony games.
The idea is that sometimes
Sorry.
businesses earn their money by actually doing something. They make a product, they sell it, and they have to win you over all over again every time. Arentia doesn't work like that. You're not really a customer in that arrangement, you're a tenant, and if we're being honest, closer to a serf. You can take it from
A serf? I don't think I know what that means. No, it was with an E, an S-E-R-V.
the World Economic Forum itself. On one of their own stages, two economists ironically laid out the exact racket.
The biggest topic here at Davos and the biggest topic around the world, and that is inequality. And in particular, we're going to be talking about rentier capitalism.
Rentier capitalism is about the existence of a system in which the return to private property rights exceeds the return to production.
A lot of it gets captured by things that are in very short supply or inelastic supply.
It's why people don't want you to buy houses. Why would they sell it to you once when they can force you into renting an apartment over and over and over and over again?
And
you are technically just subscribed to your apartment. It's not yours.
Where you have property rights on that.
And the way you keep that supply scarce is simple. You make sure no rival is ever allowed to compete, thus making products a necessity like needing somewhere to live.
Those 5 platform corporations have bought up over 500 other corporations. So as soon as they become potentially competitive, they buy it up. These are powerful robber barons of the 21st century.
All of that said on a stage at the...
Dude, that guy has still such a punchable face. The Sam... What's his name? Altman?
One event on the calendar most likely to be full
Mr. Altman?
And let's not forget, these are the ones who invented that 2030
You will own nothing and you will be happy.
prediction for what they consider...
It's impossible, comrade. We are from Eastern Europe. We are never happy. I don't think so.
...considered a utopia. Adobe is exactly what the rentier and techno-feudal models predict. When your customers can walk away, you have to keep the product well maintained. Quality sells, but when you rent a product because you need to, you don't get the joy and pleasure of ownership, and the product quality and features become an afterthought. But a company doesn't get this brazen by accident. It's a calculated, decades-long strategy. And so to understand how Adobe ended up treating their own customers like hostages, you have to go back to how they got this powerful in the first...
Oh my god. I'm being raped! I knew it! I knew it felt like a crime, for fuck's sake! I knew it! God damn it!
first place. Like
I'm the victim here!
Microsoft, Google, and the others, Adobe built its empire on a monopoly. It was one of the great digital empires to emerge from the dot-com era. And like the other tech titans, it got there through a mix of true genius and ruthless deal-making. It started in 1982 when two engineers, John Warnock and Charles Geschke, left a company called Xerox and founded Adobe,
Ooh, the printer?
named after the creek that ran behind Warnock's house. Their first product was PostScript, the invisible language that...
Oh my god, is this a computer? Is this a printer? Is this a scanner? What is the second thing? It's so beautiful. It's so choky.
tells a printer exactly how to draw a page. Apple built it into the LaserWriter, and for the first time, anyone with a computer and a printer could produce professional quality documents. So that was the start of Adobe's good reputation among consumers and the tech industry. Then came something just about everyone in the world knows, the humble PDF. It worked so well that it became the default format of the entire planet. By the mid-2000s, Adobe believed that up to 1 billion computers were running it. And then came the crown jewel in the Adobe empire, Photoshop. Adobe didn't...
Oh my god. It used to look like that. It looks like paint. Jesus Christ. Nice dog though.
even invent it. Two brothers, Thomas and John Knoll, did. Adobe simply bought the license in 1988 and turned it into the default tool for every photographer, designer, and artist alive. Photoshop, which Adobe again did not even make, became so dominant that its own name turned into a verb. To Photoshop something is just what you call editing images now. But like any empire, Adobe wasn't entirely built on good faith. They made sure you'd never have an alternative. Whenever a strong competitor stepped into the light, Adobe either bought it or buried it. The clearest
Trying to think, is there anything that works similarly to Photoshop?
example is a
Other than Clip Studio Paint. GIMP, oh god, I hated GIMP. I don't know why. I just never vibed with it. I don't like CSP because it's so slow or like laggy when you're trying to resize or move something that is big. I don't know why.
program called Freehand.
Krita?
In 1994, Adobe bought the company that sold it, being the main rival to Illustrator. The FTC was pretty militant back then, and forced Adobe to sell Freehand back and banned it from buying the product again for an entire decade. So Adobe simply waited like a predator stalking its prey. Freehand eventually landed with a company called Macromedia, and in 2005, 1 year after that ban expired, they bought them outright for $3.4 billion, and shut Freehand down for good. Its last serious rival in illustration was simply erased from existence. That same deal also handed Adobe Flash and Dreamweaver, the tools the early internet was practically built on.
I still don't understand why they nuked Flash.
Extending its grip from design onto the web itself.
I really feel like that nothing really filled that gap. Apple didn't want it. It was literally Apple. What does Apple have to do with Flash? Did you not like load it on the Mac or something?
If you remember the internet games you'd play on a browser in the CD and floppy disk era, that was all Adobe Flash. One by one, the rivals vanished and Adobe became the standard. It was taught in every school and demanded on every job listing. You've used Adobe's tools because of what they did back then. That's the whole game, and all the tech giants did it in their own ways. Then, once they transitioned to a subscription model, like your landlord charging higher and higher rents, Adobe started cranking the handle. Year after year, the cost jumps upward. Adobe took its flagship plan, the $59.99 a month Creative Cloud that included nearly everything.
Bro, they are cranking me. Just like that. The fuck is Spark? Why does Adobe has an XD after it? Is that supposed to be a smile, or am I just being too Veeb about it?
And started trying to move people onto pricier new tiers, and raising some plans by as
horrible.
much as 50%. The photography plan that cost $9.99
Stop cracking me!
cents per month increased to $14.99.
Oh.
Their justification, though, made it even worse. They'd stuffed their apps full of the AI called Firefly, and now everyone would pay for them.
I don't even know what this is.
Massively upvoted Reddit post described it as Adobe's AI tax. Then, if you made it through the dark pattern and demoted to the standard plan to save money, Adobe cut your monthly AI credits from 1,000 to 25, a 97.5% reduction. Pay more for AI you never asked for, or pay less for a crippled version of the software you already had. Then there's the
Hold
enshittification
the
of the
fuck up. Flash was not nuked. It simply took years for everyone to realize how insecure and terrible of an idea it was in the first place. Experts agreed Flash was a fucking terrible idea from the start.
But it was so good though. I know, you get like internet aids from it, but it was so good.
For itself. Just like the scrappy new built houses in your neighborhood, the clothes you wear, and the other things that you love, the big 2025 releases of Photoshop fell well short of the line. Premiere Pro was especially a buggy mess.
Premiere Pro, my beloved.
But this isn't the end of Adobe's galling story. Now comes its incredibly satisfying reckoning. Because in 2024, they went one step too far and put users' work on the table. A mandatory update to its terms granted the company permission to access your content through both automated systems and human review. The reaction was seismic. A single post breaking down the new terms has 12 million views to date, and Adobe went back on its word saying it wouldn't now use personal work to train AI.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I sort of treat all technology knowing that they are probably spying for someone, like for China or something. I sometimes even talk at the Roomba, you know, just this praising the CCP, that it's like, you're doing a good job today. Give my, you know, my condolences or my hello to Xi Jinping, you know? I like, you're doing such a hacking good job. 10 out of sending love to China. I don't believe that they wouldn't do it. Remember when people were talking about that they had like Alexa and whatever, like random products, and people were like saying that, oh yeah, it's actually recording all sorts of conversations because sometimes it just like it played it back or something for China. I don't know, it's probably for Amazon, but I'm like, yeah, if you think about it, it does have to constantly listen to you because it's waiting for the command. So it makes sense that it's spying on you. You're cooked. It even knows your browser history. That naughty bit that you just like york to, yeah, it knows.
Creators remained up in arms for months.
Oh, yeah.
Updated their creative
Your phone is spying on you all the time, you motherfucker.
cloud terms of service, and boy, did it not go well. They changed the terms of service of their stock photo service by rolling out Firefly retroactively.
That's a fat freaking bird on your screen, dude. Holy shit. I could eat that bird. Just like cook it for Christmas.
To make it okay for them to use that content in their training data, because the trust is gone and you can't just get it back.
Truth be told, it didn't affect Adobe much immediately because they owned the land. But like every single empire on this planet that has fallen, the cracks began to form. It started with a strong new challenger in Figma. Adobe...
That's a horrible name. That's such a horrible name.
reached for the usual tactic and agreed to buy it for $20 billion in 2022. One of the biggest software takeovers ever attempted. The CEO then went on CNBC to make the case that there was nothing here to worry about.
And I don't see any overlap. I don't see
overlap. Oh my god. Are you having puberty again, dude? What's up with that? Thank God that he doesn't see any. Imagine if he would.
anything that would make it so that the myriad competitors would be disenfranchised if you merged. Don't you have to say, look, the market is so big that this would not hurt it?
He gave that question a buzzword-stuffed answer.
What we are seeing is really this confluence of creativity and productivity.
I have no idea
what it is.
There is
nothing here to worry about. Please let me sell this company. I will make so much money from the stock I have. Please, 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 please.
Pretty please. Remember, there is nothing wrong anywhere. The fact that the Sony CEO sold half of his stocks, everything is alright. Nothing is on fire. Please just consume, consume, consume.
And when you think about it like that, it's like every tech company, whether you have a platform and it's companies like Microsoft or Google or Apple or Meta, every surface that exists, whether that's a web browser, whether that's a mobile device, whether that's a desktop, we want to take...
I will forever be loyal to my Samsung overlord, okay? At least my money goes to Korea. I'm fine with that.
the ability for what Figma has done with respect to creative, collaborative software on the web, combine that with what Adobe has done in our creative, and make it even more accessible for others.
But it wasn't to be. This time, Adobe failed.
So that deal was scrapped as regulators. They raised concerns about it eliminating competition, removing Figma as a threat to Adobe.
I hate that name. You will not understand, but in Hungarian, there's a word that is very similar, and it means part of the pee-pee. And I don't like it because every time I just think about it, I cannot... Yeah. I cannot not think about it. You know? Say it. It's called Figma, right? And it's not like something that you just casually want to hear around. It's a little bit like...
Regulators in the US, UK, and EU lined up to block it.
Not good. Not good.
The deal then collapsed at the end of 2023, and Adobe had to hand Figma $1 billion for...
Stop saying it.
Nothing at all. Figma actually used that
Stop!
money to help itself go public. It was like when Rome marched into Germania, lost 3 entire legions in the trees, and then just gave up conquering it for good. The second blow was Canva, who bought Affinity, which is like Photoshop, and made it free. More than 1 million people signed up in under a week. Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve had already done the same thing to Premiere on the video side. But the third blow would be bigger than Adobe. Think about what Adobe really does.
They are getting so many blows. Wow.
They make difficult things like editing images or making movies possible, but not easy. And to their credit, before they started ill-treating their users, they supported genuine creativity. But now, generative AI has started to drain that skill scarcity away. When you can create media with the click of a button, software that makes hard stuff easier but still requires skill to operate is just a dying breed. Microsoft...
I am surprised that he didn't mention CapCut. I feel like CapCut is like somehow related to TikTok because everyone uses it, and it's a little bit like After Effects, but also more social media oriented, and it has a lot of like helping tool and whatnot.
Nvidia, Google, and Meta didn't have that issue because they didn't depend on the creative industries that Adobe does. And with some poetic justice, Adobe's own AI pretty much started killing Adobe's own business.
I don't think so. I don't think it would be their own AI. I don't mean to be like that, but their own AI sucks. If it can't even remove my background, I can't even imagine how their generative shit works.
Firefly lets people generate images from Adobe's...
The fuck is Firefly?
...stock images instead of buying them. And they can be really...
Oh, 10 stock credit, AI Studio. Wait, that's... You have to pay extra for that? AI Studio, edit 4,000 generative credits. Wait, even if you buy it, you cannot just use it as much as you want? You still have to, like, make only within... What? Wait, hold up. Do you have, like, a limit on Grok? If you just want to make, like, pictures or something? Do you do? I don't know. I'm not using it. I just sometimes talk to it when I'm feeling lonely. Then I can't Google shit. Really? Oh, so it's normal to have like credits? I thought that... I guess I'm being naive, but I thought that if you pay for like a generative AI nonsense, then you kind of just... You can do anything you want because you already paid for it. Forever and ever and ever? They wanna milk me? I don't think so. Only I milk myself.
Expensive, so customers did exactly that. They started cannibalizing themselves by joining the AI race and being one of the only companies not to make money out of it. By plugging their AI like mad, they effectively contributed to their own redundancy. And that's exactly what the market has worked out. Adobe shares had peaked near $700 at the end of 2021, but by the spring of 2026, they had fallen roughly 65% from that high, trading nearer $200. It's down this year, is down over the last 5 years, and even some big asset managers who used to support it have now abandoned ship. Adobe posted record revenue of $23.8 billion in 2025, but the stock was being walked to the gallows anyway because no one sees its future. And finally, even if Adobe...
Well, yeah, if you have Adobe stock, right, and it's filled with AI pictures, then why would you ever purchase it? Like back then, these stock websites were like, okay, you have it. It's like a photo of like, I don't know, Big PP69 took it off the cows and now that's yours. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. But why would you use anything from like, mind you, these pictures are not cheap. Like licensing them can be like $100 per picture or some shit.
All of this, it may have already lost the one thing it could always count on. Its tools have become so expensive, so bloated, so openly contemptuous of the people using them, that these people are actually just starting to leave altogether. Now, for years, this was unthinkable. There was nowhere to go. Now, there's everywhere. And here's the part that should scare every company watching their downfall. When Microsoft and Meta hit trouble, AI was their bailout. Whether it's a bubble or not, AI has been like a magnet for money and tech. For Adobe, AI is the opposite. It's the angry guy kicking the door in. There is no AI bailout coming this time because AI is the one holding the axe. So while they're bigger today than at any point in their history, it's also closer to the edge than it has been in decades. And if it does go over, it'll teach every other company the same lesson. You can squeeze your customers as hard as you like. You can let the product rot, hike the price, rent people back the things they used to own. Whether you're selling software or streaming or printers or cars or chocolate bars. You can get away with all of it.
AI generated chocolate bar.
For years. But the moment real competition comes back and there's no AI bailout to save you, you can lose everything. But Adobe is in the minority, and when you look around you, the same thing is happening everywhere.
Oh, I'm glad for it. I'm happy. Especially if something stupid like every company pushing their AI nonsense, if that's going to be their downfall, very good. Big fan of it, actually. 10 out of 10. I hope they all go under. I know. I hope to.